Hello, my name is Juan Carlos Plasencia, and I'm going to present the final exam for the course English for Business. Well, I have chosen BCP as a company, and let's start with a description first. BCP is the largest and most important bank in Peru, founded in 1889. It provides a wide range of financial services such as saving accounts, loans, investment, and digital banking. It, it is a subsidiary of Credit Corp. Now I'm going to talk about the purpose. It's to be allies of their clients, collaborators, and country, so they can transform their plans into reality, ensuring care, experience, and development in the moment of truth. The second point is aspiration. BCP wants to be the Peruvian company that provides the best customer experience, simple, accessible, and timely. Another aspiration is to become a regional benchmark in business management, strengthening their historical leadership and transformation in the financial industry in Peru. Now I'm going to talk about the third point, market research. Well, BCP currently has three direct competitors, banks, as its strongest competitors. They are BBVA, Interbank, and Scotiabank. And these four of them together have approximately 80% of the market. And like indirect competitors, BCP has fintech and cajas municipales, regional microfinance institutions that offers savings and loans. Now I'm going to talk about SWOT analysis. Um, First, I'm going to talk about strengths. Um, I think that BGP has a strong brand reputation, a wide network of branches and ATMs, and advanced digital banking. Weaknesses, I can say traditional banking culture may slow innovation, and high dependency on the Peruvian market. And opportunities, I can say expansion in digital banking and financial inclusion in rural areas. And finally, threats and increasing competition from fintech, like I said before, and economic instability in Peru, political stability. Well, I continue with point number five, BST analysis. I'm going to start with political, stable regulations, but sensitive to change in government policy. Economic, vulnerable to inflation and exchange rate fluctuations. Social, growing middle class demands better financial service. Technological, high demand for digital transformation and cybersecurity. Well, I continue with point number point number 6, for there's 5 forces. Point number 1 is potential of new entrants. To open a bank in Peru, approval from the SBS is required. This is a fairly complex and highly regulated process. Numerous legal and financial requirements must be met, and a significant initial capital is required, which varies depending on the type of financial institution, but is certainly expensive. A new competitor called Financiera Santander Consumer recently has joined it. The entry of a new competitor would have a median impact. Now the second force, power of suppliers. BCP has many suppliers, labor, technology services, contractors, and others. And then it's now easy for them to raise prices because they have fixed price contracts. There are many other suppliers on the market, but it's very difficult to change them because they are suppliers who already knows the bank's policies, payment methods, and other systems. The power of supplier has a medium impact. The third, the third force, competition. How I said before, BCP currently has 3 banks as strongest competitors. They are BBVA, Interbank, and Scotiabank. These 4 of them together have approximately 80% of the market. And yes, competition is affecting the business because the gaps are narrowing and income is decreasing because now there are also digital banks such as RappiBank, Contigo, Ligo, and Plex. The competition has a high impact on the market. The force number 4, power of customers. It is very easy for customers to switch or choose another bank. For that reason, BCP's main goal is to provide its customers with the best experience. But it's very difficult for the other banks to beat their rates. For example, on long-term saving. If the bank loses some customers, then leaders talk to their employees to improve customer service KPIs. In some cases, they coordinate service training, and the power of customer have a low impact in this case. The force number 5, threat of substitute products. To name some similar products of services, there are digital banks, and it's very easy for customers to acquire these new services, but the trust provided by BCP is very important value, the most important value. These new services don't have the same quality yet. For that reason, this force has low impact. Now I'm going to talk about the point number 7, marketing mix. I'm going to start with product. Um, we have loans, savings, investments, insured, and digital banking. Another P, price, competitive competitive interest rates and fees. And the third P, place, and branches nationwide, online banking, and mobile apps. And the another P promotion, we have digital campaigns, TV ads, social media, and sponsorships. Point number 8, competitive strategy, focus, differentiation. Um, BCP invests heavily in digital transformation while maintaining high service standard and customer experience. And another point, important point, very important point, is innovation in digital platforms like Yape. Now I'm going to talk about human resources strategies. Um, Attracting top talent through internships and leadership programs, promoting diversity and inclusion, continuous training and professional development, and fostering a strong corporate culture with a focus on innovation. And now I'm going to talk about the final point, conclusions. BCP is a market leader in Peru due to its strong brand and innovative services. It faced significant competition from both traditional banks and fintech company. Its future success will depend on digital transformation, customer focus, and sustainable practices. Human capital and innovation remain key to maintain its competitive edge. Thanks for everything.